Hello everyone, welcome to the next video. Here we are going to talk about the angle measurements. The objectives of this demonstration would be to understand angle measurements in image J. We will also give you a hands-on demonstration of opening, calibrating and measuring the angles of digital images using image J. We'll give you an application of angle measurements in a cephalogram. So let's jump right into this process. As usual, we open the image J and then we have two radiographs ready. So we drag and open the radiograph. We will have the image opened in this manner. So here is a typical side view of the skull, which is called as the cephalogram. There are 3 points required for any angle measurements. Now, based upon the clinical acumen, we have a set of points that are marked. Let us select this oval elliptical tool here and then mark a small circle in my first landmark. This is the cella. You can press Ctrl X to kind of black out that region just for the sake of understanding where the points are. The second landmark is my nasion. Again, I mark an oval and press Ctrl X. The fourth point is the anteriormost portion of the maxilla. So this is point A. And then similarly in the mandible. So as you see here, we have 4 points: the cella, the nasion, point A and point B. Let's take the line tool here and draw a line between cella and nasion. So when you draw this, you can see that the line may not go correctly. So you can see these squares that are seen on top of that. You can hold the mouse cursor on that, click and then drag and adjust it. If you observe keenly, the shape of the mouse pointer changes from a plus to a hand, and that will allow you to change the orientation of these lines. Now once this line is drawn, you can press Ctrl or Command D. What it does is, it marks a white line in that line which you had drawn. Basically, you are duplicating the line. Now let's rearrange it so that you can mark the second line between the nasion and the point on the maxilla, and again press Ctrl D. And you can see that there's another white line. Now let's mark the next line. You can see a line passing from nasion into the anteriormost part of the mandible, and press Ctrl D. So once you do this, you can see there are 3 lines drawn. One is from cella to nasion, and another point from nasion to the maxillary point, and nasion to the mandibular point. Now we have to measure the angle. So here is the angle tool. The angle tool is right next to the line tool. Once you click on it, you start marking the points representing the angle. So here I have the nasion. As soon as you left click on it, you can see there is a line that comes. Drag it to the second point, then click again. Then you can see the second line starting to form, and then click on the third point. Once you click on the third point, the tool ends. So you have an angle that is formed. You can go to Analyze and Measure. You will see that the angle formed here is 88.61. Now you can adjust the same angle to the point on the mandible here, and then again press Measure. As you see here, the shortcut is Ctrl M. Once you do that, you get an angle of 79.949. Similarly, you can measure the angle between the maxilla and the mandible to understand which is more anteriorly placed. And then you can press Ctrl M this time as a shortcut, and you get the angle of 8.971. You can mark these angles into an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet so that you can do the relevant analysis. Angle measurements can be done in various applications. It can be done in any digital photograph, and it does not usually require a calibration. That is mainly because angles are not related to the linear measurements. So you do not need a scale. So you can easily calculate this even in a non-standardized images. I hope you understood how angle measurements are done. Feel free to practice the MCQs that follow and practice measurements of angles and use it in your routine applications. Thank you.